Hey, welcome back to the Psychic Soul Healer channel. I'm going to do a general message for Aries. Know that energy is fluid, rules could be reversed. Always interpret the message as it best resonates with you. Also, know that I like to look at everything. So, we do look at the shadows, see how they play out as karmic themes, along with the spiritual blocks and triggers, because it'll help you understand how you contribute to the undesirable life experiences that play out within your relationship. Also give you an opportunity to shape shift your situation, because if you know how you contribute to the undesirable life experiences, whether it's within your relationship or within work or whatever, you're able to incorporate new ways of dealing with the person or situation, and you change the entire dynamic of your situation, which is very healing, but you actually see yourself differently, and that is really healing. So that's why I like to do these type of readings. Now, if you want to enter into a free reading with me because you resonate so much with this reading, give me a like, subscribe to the channel, and then you have to write the word of the video in your comment bar. The word of the video is always the underlining energy of why everyone's doing what they're doing, right? And how spirit likes to start the reading. It gives us a good, it gives us an idea of why, like I said, everyone's doing what they're doing. Because a lot of times when people have shadows, they're not coming from their true self. They're coming from the mask, that persona that they want you to perceive. So if there's someone that likes you a lot, but they have spiritual blocks within love, they could be someone that breadcrumbs. So you would be like, I don't even know that this person likes me. And meanwhile, the person that's breadcrumbing you is thinking that they're giving a lot. You know what I mean? And it's because they have a closed heart. So understanding why a person does what they do a lot of times also allows us to not take things personally. And in that, we don't get triggered as much. So it's helpful. All right, let's see what that underlining energy is. And don't forget, if you want to win a reading with me, you have to write it in the comment bar. You know, if I chose you, if I wrote the word winner underneath, I take about a week, 2 weeks to choose. So like I said, just be consistent. All right. Disgust. Disgust. So this is the underlying energy of why everyone's doing what they're doing. And to be honest with you, I don't really feel like anyone's doing anything. I'm kind of feeling like you're connected to someone that is actually not doing a damn thing, not doing anything but suppressing their emotions. I feel like they're disgusted with themselves. And I feel like they're disgusted with themselves because when they had you in their life, they refused to put the time and the effort in. It's like they fought you every step of the way, and they chose to be with the wrong person. I feel like they were on their way out of being with a karmic, and instead of like really finishing it off, they decided to stay and do what was comfortable because that karmic knows every button to push. And now it's like they feel trapped. I feel like that karmic played a lot of games, is like pretended to be a friend, pretended like that things were going to go back to the way that they once were, which I feel like was just existent, where your person was able to kind of live a double life. They were able to have this karmic be like what seemed to be almost like a wife, but or a husband, but didn't give them that respect. And I felt like at one time they were a player and they didn't really give you the time when they had you. And so now I feel like they're viewing you as someone different. You didn't put up with it. They're annoyed with the karmic because the karmic has put one obstacle in front of another, in front of another. I feel like tricked them. Things did not go back to the way that they were. They sold them some type of pipe dream. It didn't work out. So your person's disgusted. They're disgusted with themselves. They're disgusted with the karmic. They're even a little bit annoyed with you because they perceive that you were going to react a certain way. You didn't react a certain way. They weren't banking on it. And now it's almost like they have nothing. They have nothing. So they're just disgusted. So this is the underlying energy, right? I feel like they haven't really done anything. They're not doing anything. That doesn't mean that they're not contemplating on what has gone down. I just don't feel like they're moving. I remember every detail of that day. I feel like, again, they replay in their mind, again, times that they had told you that, or insinuated that they were going to be free, that you guys were going to be together, that you guys were going to do something. They acted as if they wanted this connection, but they kept getting in their own way. And so the thing is, like it said, they're remembering every detail because you're not in their life. I feel like they're almost trying to manifest you back because they have so much feelings. They have so much feelings for you, but they have guilt and they're just disgusted. I wish I could share my good news with you. I feel like they are making changes in their life. I just feel like when you see this person again, they're not going to be the same person who you once saw. The cocky person that you met is no longer. The player person that this person was is no more. I feel like that karmic that they were attached to, that they had the opportunity to leave, but chose not to leave, destroyed their life, and not just destroyed their life, like rip down whatever ego this person had. So they're not coming to you, I feel like, with that much. They might be coming to you with like the bag on their back, and that's it. It's like I feel like at one time this person was really showy. They had a lot of money. They based a lot of life and the importance of life and on how well you did, on how much money you had. And I feel like that karmic fucked your person up. So, but even though it did, I think that they're in a way happy because they're like, at least it's going to be over. I regret lying to you. It's again, they came to you before they were ready. I feel like you guys met. It's again, this is how they remember every detail of that day. There might have been like holding hands, kissing, like some sort of intimacy. They like talks where it's again like they felt so much chemistry with you. They felt so connected to you. And again, like almost like you guys was gonna be together. Maybe if it wasn't verbalized, it was definitely insinuated. And they came to you before it was done. They said it was over. It wasn't over because that karmic wouldn't have been able to lure them back in. They lured them back and sold them a pipe dream. I feel like your person said, I have someone I have feelings for, I'm going to leave. And that karmic was like, that's good, but it would really be beneficial for you not to because of X, Y, and Z, something with either money, something within the finances, whether they have a business together, whether something with not, something with where your person would have lost money, and something if they stayed with that karmic, they would have gotten more money. I think it was like some sort of pipe dream, some sort of something within like a family business, within something like having to do with that. And it was all a lie. It was all a lie. It was like if they pawned them, again, manipulated them by making them stay because of the kids, it was a lie. Whatever that karmic told your person, it was a lie. But your person stayed because A, it was easier, and B, because they thought that they were going to get something, some sort of money, some sort of an opportunity, some sort of something that you wouldn't have been able to come along. And it would have been better for them to stay in the dynamic like that they had with this karmic. And so it was all a lie. And your person was not ready when they came to you, but they said that they were. They said that they were out. It's like, so their person like is in regret, and they're in regret because they don't know how they're going to come back and recover. They don't know whether you want to even talk to them anymore. I wonder if you are happy without me. It's like they don't know. So this is the underlining energy. So they're not really doing anything because of it. I'm going to pull them from a few other decks. I just want to see. Lies. It's again like you knew that they were lying, and you knew that they were lying like right away. I feel like because they always tended to come in and out, were a little bit of a player. However, it was like that last time that you talked, I think that you really thought that they were, changing. But the truth of the matter is, it's like this person tends to line up relationships before they end relationship. Well, they're very codependent. They don't want to be alone. And like you said, everything was built on a lie. Unsafe, and you felt unsafe. So you're like, you lies, and the fact that you knew that there was, I kind of feel like you knew that there was a karmic person, and that karmic person, I don't think would visibly harm you, but they would again create problems within your life, create problems within your reputation. And I feel like within your job, I feel like a lot of you are influencers, that would be a problem. I also feel like if they would just create, I feel like some of you even police officers, and that would create a problem. So you just didn't feel safe being connected to this person because what you saw was they weren't 100% cutting the connection. And I feel like they weren't able to get over on you. And that's the thing. It's like, but this person knows that they weren't true, but they still have feelings for you. They just don't know whether you're going to be like, you lied to me, don't come anywhere near me, don't talk to me again, please don't give up on me, I'm trying to change. But it takes time. Again, they're trying to like change the dynamic of the relationship. It's like they don't know how to come back and recover. And they're like, you may be like, first of all, you lied to me. Second of all, you're making me sit around and wait, and this person is oh so overstimulated because of the lies that they told. And really not just the lies that they told, but the shit trap that they just walked into because of that karmic that wanted to like really stir them up. I think the karmic was so angry because your person's telling them how they have feelings for you. They might not have said your name, but they're like, I have a connection to someone else. I have feelings for someone else. And that karmic was like, oh, no, you're not. You're not going to be happy. You're not leaving. You're not going to do a damn thing. So they're embarrassed that they fell for that. And so how are they going to recover? I don't feel deserving, and it's affecting my levels of abundance and openness. And this the karmic has like made them feel bad about themselves, made them feel responsible, made them feel like they've had to do something. Now, no one should be able to have that much power, but I feel like it's because, in a way, for a long time, your person went along with it. So there's a sense that they don't even know who they are. So this connection is actually making them trying to figure out what they want, and what they see is like that, with all this, they're not deserving. That's why they stay connected to a karmic. That's why, again, it was easier for them to stay. Why would it be easier if you're not happy? And it's because this person says, well, it's not horrible, and whatever I go to might be something worse because of how they feel about themselves. But I feel like they feel that way about themselves because they're surrounded by people that don't have their best interest. So it kind of keeps them stuck. And that's, I do feel like they're still working their way back. It's just a slow process because they're not open, you know? I'm going through physical, emotional ascension symptoms. I need space to rest, but from a higher perspective, I'm releasing old energy. So this person is healing whether they want to or not. This connection, they like what they're in with the karmic and how they're still attached to you, how they still like, and being like in this place of regret and just disgust about how they feel about themselves and really of how they feel about that karmic, because karmic completely lied to them. They don't want to stay in the dynamic of this. They're making changes. It takes time because, like I said, whatever they had, with this karmic is going to they're probably going to have to go to court to get things divided, even if they weren't married. Like, it's going to be like not that easy to get out of, and your person's going to lose a shit ton of money and a shit ton of like their shit. Like, I feel like, again, when you see this person, they're going to be like a hobo. You're going to see them with like the bag on their back, and that's all that they're going to have. But they're going to have their freedom. They're going to have their freedom. And I feel like this person doesn't have a problem making money. It's like that's why the karmic was attached to them for as long as they were. I just feel like, the thought of them going on and being happy and the karmic not being happy and being left behind, they're just like, the karmic is like seeing red. When we talk, things just come out of my mouth, and afterwards, I'm not even sure why I said them. They feel so comfortable to tell you, but then it's like you feel like home to them. And so that's another reason why it's like they're like, I think part of them is like a little afraid of being like telling you everything because you may not see them the same way. You're in your old patterns but can't see it. So I feel like sometimes they bob back and forth between their old patterns, and that would be normal. Again, if you're connected to a karmic that for a long time that has manipulated you and you don't have good confidence, I feel like sometimes this person is like, it would be easier to stay, but they again say, no, I don't really want this. I feel like that karmic is in their old patterns. And I also feel like because they've made you wait, some of your old patterns came up, meaning like, again, anxiety, like, is this connection going to work out? Like, this person is so wrapped up with the karmic that they're going to be strong enough to finally walk away. Are they going to do I care about you even when I don't act like it. I'm hiding my true feelings because I feel vulnerable. So, and that's the old pattern of not really sharing how much they care, which is how this started. They weren't 100% honest. So, like I said, I feel like they're finding themselves. They're finding themselves. This journey is teaching us one of the most important lessons, which is patience, because this person is like, trying to figure it out, but they're clearing and but the catalyst, I feel like, is you. You came into this person's life and their life can't go back to the way that it was. And so the karmic is like, has done everything to try and, keep it, together, even down to tricking your person, even to like ruining your person, to done everything to stop your person from leaving them. But it's like, again, your person fell for the trap. They're disgusted. But I think that it was one of the best things that happened because your person really truly sees who the karmic is now, really sees what they want now, and really is seeing what's important now, where before, like I said, they weren't strong enough to see that. So this is actually making them grow into a better person. And I think that that's what it said here too. It was like, I remember every day of that person. I wish I could share my good news with you. I wonder if you're happy without me. I read, but well, not this one, but again, the essence of it is like it said, like they remember everything and they can't let it go. And so, and there's remorse, and they want to be a different person. They don't feel like they're deserving because they've been around the wrong person for a long time. However, they're still disgusted at what their life looks like, and they don't want to stay connected to someone that betrayed them like that. Surrender brings us together faster than resistance. So it's again, I think for a while your person was resisting this connection because of that karmic. They wanted to do the right thing. And so even though the right thing was not really stay with the karmic kind of convinced them. We have history together, we have things together, just logically on paper, it makes sense. Well, it's again, they're not resisting it anymore. I know I need to release attachments with karmic people. I'm creating a plan to leave them or her. That, like, listen, this is like your person. I don't even need to pull anymore. That's what this entire story is about. That your person got tricked. They were on their way out. They got tricked, and then the karmic is done. Put a lot of different things in their way. Your person knows that they're going to lose everything. It doesn't matter. They're leaving anyway. They're constructing a plan. But when you see them, like I said, they were not going to have that much. But let's see, why did you attract this person into your life? What are you supposed to learn? Whether you're with them or not, you need to know this, because if you're going to choose to be with them, you still need to incorporate these things, because that will change the dynamic of the relationship to raise you into higher consciousness, or you might have actually found your gifts, because these are the inner child cards. So again, they're either the shadows of what needs to be healed or your gifts that were hidden underneath shadows. So either way, we have to ask ourselves, why did you attract this person? Because if you want to be with this person, you can change the dynamic of the relationship. Or if you don't, you'll still attract the same people into your type of people into your life with the same karmic themes until you integrate these lessons right here, which are your shadows, which is self-love, giving yourself self-love. Obviously, if this person is connected to a karmic, and came to you prematurely and everything, they're pretty selfish, right? I mean, we know that they were selfish. Ironically, the first reading that I did, but again wound up doing the reading over, that's the card that came out. It was like selfish. It's like your person was selfish, wanted to do what was easier for them. They weren't thinking about you. That's why they're in a place of disgust, because they didn't make any of the right decisions. Everything backfired on them. But really, being that they couldn't give you, that meant that you had to give you, right? And how do you give yourself? Through self-love. So I feel like you grew up in an environment that, again, you weren't nurtured. You didn't get that emotional nurturing. So it would be, where you look for it outside of yourself. It would be where you attract people that actually don't know how to give it, can't give it, and or have problems not giving it, and always living that karmic theme of not really feeling nurtured, not really feeling like not feeling loved and feeling misunderstood. Like, why don't I get what I want? How come it looks like this? And almost like I don't feel like I'm asking for too much, but you're at kind of asking. And the reason why is because this person was consumed with the karmic. So it's not like they was a real misunderstanding. They were committed to misunderstanding because they couldn't give you anything, because they were still connected to somebody else that they didn't really want to be connected to, but they seemed to be manipulated by this person for a really long time. And I feel like they're someone that felt like misunderstood. Like I look like I'm like an asshole, but the truth of the matter is I feel bad. I feel bad for that karmic. They make me feel responsible. I feel like I'm not good enough. I feel like I'm a fuck up because this karmic tells me that I am, because I don't really love this person. And now I want to move on with my life. And I can't even do that. It's like, because of course this person, the karmic, took it as like an attack, like you don't love me. Where really it's like does your person love themselves enough? Because what we see here is self-love. And I think that nobody here, again, every single person in this story has that wound of self-love. Your person being connected to a karmic where they don't get anything and they're not pursuing what they want, they don't love themselves. The karmic being connected to someone that doesn't want to be with them, it does not love themselves enough and doesn't believe that they can actually obtain it. And if you're waiting for this person, then you're not. But I have a feeling during this time, you again went out and you found yourself, because I feel like for a large part you didn't understand yourself, but I don't really feel like it meant within relationships. I kind of feel like it was more like within the connections that not just within the connections that you meet, but like just didn't understand yourself. Like, why am I here? Like, what's my path? What do I want to do with my time? And when you go and invest in yourself, that's a way to give yourself self-love. That's a way of finding yourself so that you can make the right decisions for yourself. So I feel like and frustration. And so I feel like for a long time, if you grew up in an environment that your emotional needs weren't taken care of or that were ignored, it's frustrating because it's like you wind up being the healer of the family, caring about everybody else's feelings, but no one really cares about your feelings, and you kind of feel ignored. That is very frustrating, and it's also very extremely triggering. So I feel like trying to control someone else and someone that emotionally can't give. So I feel like, again, if you grew up in an environment that you didn't get that love, you attract that. So relive that karmic scenario and you would be frustrated because it's like already you're depleted. And now you're attracting someone again, trying to put the square peg into the circle hole. It's not going to work because that's not who that person is. So instead, you had to put the energy into yourself, and then you're able to understand that person, and because you're seeing things from a different perception, but you're actually able to understand yourself better because you're not again like viewing how this person is responding to you, like taking it on like that's true. That's the way that that person's responding to you is that they're not emotionally intelligent. They're connected to somebody that they don't want to be with. They don't even know how to get out of it. So it's again, it's like almost like avoidant behavior for a very long time that now they want to do something about it, but they only want to do something about it because again, people that are in their environment are like are making them like feel uncomfortable, that they don't really want to have them in their life because it's again, you're controlling me. And it's like you tricked me, you lied to me. I shared with you my feelings. I thought we were friends. I thought that even though like our relationship hasn't worked out in years, I thought we were friends. That karmic it was not their friend. That karmic's mad because they wanted the life that they're now saying that they want to give to somebody else. And they're like, I'm the one that's been here. I'm the one that's been doing. I'm the one that has given so much of myself. Yes, you kept me as a karmic, but by now it should have worked. It could have worked. It should have worked. This person's angry and they want revenge. And this is the way that they're going to go about getting it. It's like, you're not going to be with me. Then guess what? I'm going to ruin you. And guess what? Most people are not going to want to be with you. But I think if this is a real spiritual relationship, that you are going to want to be with this person because you're not going to care about that. And that this person actually, like I said, though they're like sad about losing their stuff, and I think that that's what made them stay for a long time. It got to the point where they're like, I don't even care about the stuff. I don't even care about the stuff. I love spending time with you, enjoying each other, and the simple and cozy pleasures of life. Didn't I just say that? They don't care about the material. What they want is the simple and cozy pleasures of life because they just enjoy you, where instead they're connected to like a karmic and they're like, it comes down to I'm not happy. I might have that material stuff, but I don't have my life and I'm miserable and I'm not happy with you and I don't love you and I see exactly who you are. And it just makes me want this person even more. And that's like, I mean, in a nutshell. And when we ask spirit, what can we do to raise our energy up to make this relationship the best that it could be if we want to pursue this relationship? And spirit says this relationship is all about to help you step into like a better version of yourself, because it says I refine my character and overcome difficulties by remaining positive. So I feel like this person is going to trigger you because they're not, there's a sense almost like they're younger, but I feel like they're just not as emotionally intelligent. So the way that they deal with things, it could trigger you, but nothing should be allowed to trigger you. Nothing should be able to trigger you. If you're getting triggered, it means that you need to heal. So you're getting this person for to become aware that I calm my heart and illuminate my intellect to transform shadow into light. So that pretty much says it. I constantly manifest goodness in and around me. I improve my qualities for the benefit of all. So it's about you stepping into the best version of yourself. So that's why I'm saying it's more about like you wouldn't be aware of what your shadows are. You wouldn't be aware of what you needed healing in unless like spirit brought you someone that you were really crazy about and passionate about. However, they would trigger you. And I feel like the triggers are is that this person, like it tends to take the easy way out. It's again, and to the point that they get tricked into being connected to like the wrong types of people and like it's given them trust issues where really again there's no trust issues except for you're bound to like people that are karmic, that there's been signs and you had an opportunity and like you chose to do what was easier and now you feel like a schmuck because of it. So again, I guess when if push comes to shove, it when shoes on the other foot, would you give up all your money? Would you give up your home? Would you give up everything to be with a person? I think that this person was trying to figure out how they could have both. And what was they thought that if they stayed longer, if they were nicer to the karmic, if they tried to be a friend to the karmic, that the karmic was going to work with them. And what they found out was the karmic had absolutely no interest in helping them out or seeing them go on and be happy within their life, since they feel like they had, sacrificed. And at this point, you should love me, not anyone else. And I'm not going to help you do anything. So, but spirit says, life isn't perfect, and this person obviously wasn't perfect, but they're going to come back and they're going to try. And if you want to be in this type of relationship, it can be a good relationship. Just know that it's going to be a challenging one. I'm going to leave that there. You let me know whether you resonated with this video, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.